definition of politics, who gets what, when, and where, right? But the other definition of politics is power. And so that's very important for me to translate that to and be a part of this brotherhood and its growth. How do we understand power, and how do we expand our power, you know, as Pan-Africanists? My dissertation is on Pan-African solidarity, and so I'm looking forward to continuing to do the work, and we're going to continue to plan and move forward.
The brothers all had sons getting older, and we are always doing work in the community with other people's kids. And we said, let's create something for our sons. And it started in the basement of a church. But what is true to all these brothers, we can't not give to the people. What was happening in that basement was so real, the young brothers began to invite friends. And next thing you know, we went from the basement of the church to the auditorium of the church. And then from the church to here, the YMCA. And at our peak, we were 300 brothers a week strong. Yeah, we was in the gym at one time pre-COVID. This is testament that this is needed. This is real. This is a space. This is why I'm here. And I'm here to serve any type of way I can do it. And I want to let the brothers be known. The Black Man Lab is not this panel. You know, it's a part of it. Where the real Black Man happened, honestly, is upstairs when we leave. That's where the Black Man Lab happened. Where Mike Bell at? Where you at, Mike? Like when you start just meeting brothers and you start regularly, with my brother that always shake our hand like this. Where you at? Where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you start walking up, if you can't walk in this room and you got like 5 or 6 things that you do different with different brothers, you're not doing it right. Black Man Lab happens in the relationship. And once you really dive in the relationship, you're gonna come in here excited. Because what happens is you get something every week. You get encouragement, you get energy, you get resources, you get friendship, most importantly, you get brotherhood. So that's what the Black Man Lab is, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
All right. Hey, real quick, on that same tip, I'd like to recognize Eric Morgan, because that brother is always just here to serve. So as soon as we start the organization, he said, how can I serve? And he stays silent, he stays on the wall, and all he does is serve. And so his service is to the brotherhood. So I'd like to recognize him and others that do that same type of thing.
Dominguez on the board, man. Been here from the beginning. Love y'all, man. Seeing what this has grown into, the family, the different age groups, folks from all over the U.S. It's beautiful.
So 3 things out for consideration. One is we talked about membership, right? That's one of the things that we've been talking about, is that we have people that show up consistently, and we are essentially all members, but we don't have a membership format. And what we're thinking about, what we've been talking about, is a lightweight. And when I say lightweight, I mean, you know, it's not $100 a month kind of thing, just membership, so that there can be some formal affiliation, that here are the values and principles of Black Man Lab. I want to join, become a member in order to continue to build. Because every week when we do the food, we don't ask for no money, but it costs, right? All of it costs. The space is free, but everything else associated with it costs something. So we want to put that out for folk to think about what that would look like, how to best do that in a way that doesn't, because I'm in probably 4 or 5 other organizations, and some of them are very elite, right? It's just elitism. You got to go through this to get in. You got to pay this to all of that. That ain't what this is, right? We want to make it easy for brothers to be a part, but we also want it to be something that brothers are value and honor, right? That's the one piece. The second piece is, I don't know if everybody has been checking what we're doing, So we used to just come and alternate. We do professional development. So we bring a panel of, say, lawyers or doctors or plumbers or whatever, just professional. And then we do personal development where we come and talk about how to deal with sisters or how to deal with grief. We've expanded that in the last 9 months to 5, really 4, now we're talking about 5, is political awareness. So we've been working very closely now with the New Georgia Project, Brother Scotty, and the team with New Georgia Project, Black Voters Matter, to raise our political awareness. Because whether you believe in American empire or the government or not, you probably paying taxes, most of y'all. Those that are not, be careful. But how do we leverage what we pay? How do we deal with that, right? So we have political awareness. We have still professional development, personal development, and economic development. So we've been dealing, because the young brothers, we did a little survey of our original Black Man Lab, and we're like, yo, we need y'all to come through. They were like, talk about money more. They were just 100 with it. They want to know how to make some bread. We said, man, we got to focus some energy around the arts and be real intentional about having every 5 sessions having art, whether it's poetry, song, visual art, and we should lift CA up. Where's he? CA, man, is consistently bringing his art and displaying it just to create energy.
And that the actual Black Man Lab logo that you see there over there next to Mauli was created by him. So, that's huge.
Well, it was actually created. It was Eldridge created it, but
I'm saying
he
made
produced this.
Sorry, Eldridge. Yeah.
And,
It didn't look like that before, though.
And Eldridge had another little fact wrong. Actually, the Black Man Lab started at our law office, then it went to the church basement. So, we still working on the history, y'all. Y'all know how it works. Right. But I want to open it up. I want to open it up around you all's thoughts.
That there's some buy-in by everybody, right? Where people are part of this. Yeah, everybody. It's because it's funny when people contact me and they say, how many people are you going to have, or how many members are you going to have in the Black Man Lab? It always strikes me that I'm like, well, they're not really members. You know what I mean? It's just brothers getting together. But the reality of it is, it should be that we're members. So we've been working on that. I want Quaylen to talk about it.
Absolutely. So the membership that'll come with it, it's a lot of awesome things. It'll be things like quarterly, you might get something small, like it might be a pen or a notebook, or just some sense of gratitude, just let you know, hey, you're a member, you'll get something like that, something physical. Then you'll also be able to get a Black Man Lab card, a physical card that could be like, hey, I'm a Black Man Lab member. And one of the things that we're doing, reaching out into community and finding organizations and businesses that be like, oh, you're a member, you can get some kind of a discount for being a Black Man Lab member. So we're talking to business owners, even business owners here. Like, if you want to be like, hey, I want to be able to put my business in, if y'all come through, I'll be able to give a discount. That'll be something in there. There's also something that I want to do where if it's twice a year or whatever it may be, we can figure out the number, but be able to have like a picture day where, hey, you can come. We have 3 or 4 photographers be able to get you a professional headshot taken. That could be the picture that goes on your card. That could be a picture that goes on your website or whatever profile picture you might need, just so you can have that professional look when you're able to go out into the world. If you need that, we have that available for you. There's a few other things. Those are some of the main ones off the top of my head that I could think of that I was like, hey, when you're a member of the Black Man Lab, these are some of the things that you get.
I think one of the main things that you get, or the vision for being a Black Man Lab member, is a stamp of approval from a community of brothers that comes in here week in and week out, that when you require whatever particular service, whether it's housing we help folks with, or whether it's just a job or networking, that actually being a brother of Black Man Lab, even on a resume, will mean something. Yeah. Right? That's really the vision. Right? So that we're all, Mauli has said since day one, you know, almost in every meeting. I'm never here early enough to hear it, but I remember multiple times him always saying, everything that we need is in this room. And that's 100% true.
He's like Elton, you know?
Or it might be Marty. Yeah, it might be Marty. Now, I didn't get here in time to answer the question about the future of Black Man Lab, so I'll answer it now because it's related to membership. The way I envision this thing and the thing that I've been suggesting to our group as we've developed what we now have is that for sure we need to have membership. That should be baseline. Everybody who's coming in here should be a part of the membership. You should be able to go out in the community and say, yes, I am a member of Black Man Lab, right? Especially if you're in here week in, week out. Above and beyond that, I feel like we should be working on having 2 academies. And I've mentioned that multiple over the years and multiple board meetings that we've had. The first one, I believe, is an academy involving some of the phenomenal men that we have. I'm talking about grown men that we have in this room from all walks of life, all different professions, even some of the OGs that have come home and actually on time. They have something to give, right? But we all, me included, Molly included, I think Marty will agree, Jared, well, Jared's a different dude. He already thinks he knows everything. But we all need to come around other brothers that have things to offer. We can all receive a suggestion of something we could be doing better. We can all receive things about things that we need to be reading, habits that we need to have. And I believe that there should be an academy with all of us in it, okay, that is really getting us to a place where we can replicate what's going on in this room here every week with Molly and Marty in particular, but that we could literally pick this meeting up with folks that graduated from that academy and go to any city and replicate it the right way, with the right energy, with the right messaging, with the right heart and spirit, because all of that is a part of this. This isn't just, you know, here's a script of how you do Black Man Lab. It really starts with where your heart for service is and what your love for Black people is before you can replicate this right here. So that's one of the levels that I believe we need to set up an academy for the grown folks in the room. And then beyond that, I believe that there should be a leadership academy. We have some phenomenal young people in the room that in their own right are brilliant. The Quaylands of the world. There are multiple of those talents in this room. They may not be here every week, but they're doing amazing things. And we need to be harnessing that energy, that talent, so that when those folks go out into their respective careers, they're representing the principles that we learn here in the lab from early on in everything that they do, whether they go to be lawyers, going to be doctors, whatever they're doing, they represent a particular subset of ethics, of greatness, of principles that guide them in everything that they do in service.
I get quite often, maybe even daily, folks reaching out to me with suggestions or criticisms in some cases about how we move, but I want to hear from you all.
My name is Amir Staten. I'm a sophomore sociology major at Morehouse College. Yeah. This is my first time here. I've been here for 5 minutes, right? And it's the only other place that I've seen besides Morehouse that you see Black men pouring into other Black men. This is not a question. I just want to stand up and let y'all know y'all doing God's work right now and to continue doing that work because it is the work that I would see myself doing in the future as well. I appreciate y'all.
My name is Ibn Faraj Shabazz.
Hold on, he's one of ours.
My name is Ibn Faraj Shabazz. I've been with the Black Man Lab since my freshman year in high school. Now I'm a sophomore at the Morehouse College, sociology and finance double major. So the reason why I came to the Black Man Lab is also the reason why I came to Morehouse. The unity of brotherhood, meeting different people from different backgrounds allowed me to go and pick Morehouse as a school. My question my question and statement is, me and my brother, Amir, we're working with community service around Morehouse, around the AUC, and we want to bring the Black Men Lab to Morehouse so that other black men in our classes can do it. So my question is, how can we get that started? Because I know me and Quaylen been working on it, me and Brother Malawi been working on that, getting it to Morehouse so that our brothers at the AUC and our sisters for the Women's Lab can experience that.
We just need time and space. We'll be there. That's it. And it's not even a question. We want to be on the AUC. We want to be on every HBCU campus. It's a breeding ground for our greatness, right? So why wouldn't we want to bring this greatness there to help blossom you know what it is already. So, obviously we want to be there. Just if y'all can make it happen, talk to me. You got my number, call me.
Would you all be willing to have it at the AUC? You would be willing to come over there?
Show of hands.
Show of hands.
Who'll be willing to be AUC?
I'm talking not like just ongoing permanently. That would be the new location.
And anybody else who's on these different college campuses, I want to be able to help curate an experience while we're there, because another thing that I want to do is a show where we're able to showcase Black excellence in all these different areas, and we'll be able to give them a voice and a platform. So yes, we can host the Black Men Lab there, but I would also like to be able to be on campus more than just that, so they're not be like, oh, they're here for this and then they're gone. I want to be able to be like, we could partner with organizations that's already on the campus, and we create something where it's like, hey, today we're going to do a food drive in AUC. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a shirt something. So
I wanted to ask about if we could be able to get more locations for you possible. Would you be open to maybe us pitching you the location? And also I wanted to ask about, I heard about the app. Maybe there's going to be app development. If we can get some more information on that.
As locations, absolutely, we're open to listen to anything. Y'all know the restrictions we have here, right? So it sometimes breeds a level of frustration. So obviously we want to have our own space for a variety of reasons. So yes, I'm always open to talk about it and look at it and talk to the board about it. As it relates to the app, it's a work in progress. Our brother here has been helping us work through our Blackline. Who here has used Blackline before? Not enough. Okay, so we're going to work harder to make it more friendly to use. Where really what we're trying to do is connect all of the Black organizations that are doing real good work, as well as Black companies that are doing work for Black people as well. So we'll talk about that further.
Black Man Lab is the epitome of an institution. I heard the word academy. I have suggestions, but suggestions need to be backed with deeds. Two things. I have a PhD in Africana Studies. I'm also a certified holistic nutritional counselor. I've been healing the community for 28 years. Any type of cancer, I've healed them. My suggestion is thinking about establishing a study group. I have book list and also doing health and wellness. We're in the midst of a holistic health and wellness revolution today. We know it because the young brothers and sisters on the front line, I want to be able to offer my services on both of those camps. So let's talk about it. Thank you.
Membership dues, from my understanding, I know any type of organization, we just got membership, we always talk about dues. So are there talks of annual dues or just a one-time fee, or have y'all talked about that, or is it kind of too early?
With so many valid ideas going on, is there maybe planning to do a brainstorming session that's longer than an hour and a half or dedicated that we have here, a half a day somewhere, and maybe you even broken up into the 5 principles or the 4 principles that you're talking about, to focus on those, as well as broadening the academy thought and even Jay's the manhood rites of passage thing. So like a day. The thing I enjoyed about Let Us Make Man when I had attended with my sons is that they had these sessions that were breakout sessions, and you could really thrash out ideas to some clarity. So
committees, right? So we should have a technical committee, right? We should have a committee around studying, right? We should have all these different committees, because obviously health and wellness, obviously there's all these different areas that we can work, right? So we want to make sure that we do that.
Financial literacy, you know, because it's kind of like a taboo thing. Don't nobody really want to talk about the money and personal things, but it's certain money habits I believe people have in this room that we can share with each other and bounce those ideas off each other and just grow.
Good evening, brothers. I just wanted to suggest, I know, Jay, you're doing some excellent work with these young brothers, and I think that that should probably be really expanded. I'm not sure. I'm sure some brothers have been to the Legacy Museum in Montgomery, Alabama. I was down there with the Big Ten conference, and I think that it's a conference, or I think that the museum is something that all our young black brothers really need to see because it's really transformational in terms of the knowledge that you will get there. There's 3 sites down there, but they also have the lynching memorial. And for those that haven't been, when I say it's life-changing, I really believe that along the lines of the Jewish Holocaust Memorial. And so we don't really have anything that represents us in that way. I think the African American Museum in DC is exceptional, but this is on a whole nother level, curated by Brian Stevens from, Just Mercy. But I think that that is something that perhaps is an initiative that could be tied into what you do. And so, I just wanted to put that out there for discussion.
I would suggest that we consider partnering with institutions to look at the effectiveness of this program, with doing some sort of research, because there's some monies, because I know Marty, as a person that had to seek funding, we got to look at the effectiveness. So maybe partner with organizations. I know Ohio State has a big thing on black man development. One of my tight homeboys, he's at University of Washington over the Brotherhood Initiative, and I was telling him we have to sort of partner. So after every Black Man Lab, and this is community, that's another piece too. This is a community that I seek. I come in from Douglasville because there's nothing out in Douglasville like this. So I think we all need that community, so I'm definitely down to help out any way I can and try to do some partnership in regards to the history, the research, the effectiveness of programs like this.
My suggestion is to ask the board if they will join other nonprofits to have a robotics team at Mr. Lonnie Johnson. That's kind of under your academy. The National Robotics Program coincides with basketball season. It costs at least $150 to buy the kit to make the robot. I will donate $200 if you make that decision.
So I was thinking of something of as far as us banking amongst each other, as far as like being our own banks, something such as like investing into the stocks of each other's business, like buying, purchasing shares. That's one way we can invest amongst each other. Purchasing bonds amongst each other's company. Also doing loans amongst each other. As well as doing sponsorships. All of these are ways that we can bank amongst each other, especially if you are an entrepreneur, have your own business, or even something like such as investing in real estate, purchasing a home, or whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to put that in our ears and in our minds as well, as far as banking amongst each other, so we don't have to necessarily beg the banks and all that for credit and stuff like that.
I love to see all these brothers here currently. But we need help over at the Decatur. We need at least some of y'all brothers to come out, support, and help out these other young brothers, man. Like I said, it's a lot of cats here, but the membership over at Decatur is not as vibrant as this. We just need the support over there. So, God bless Decatur. So let's help out.
Looking for scholarships. A lot of people are going through financial issues, especially with Morehouse raising their tuition. If you guys have any scholarships, please let me know so I can share with myself and also my brothers, because it's really trying to help us out. Thank you.
I just had a question for you in respects to the way that Black Man Lab is, intending to be marketed one day, right? It's kind of like a badge of honor or something that actually means something. So the question for me is, are there prerequisites for membership? Are there things that would disqualify one from being a member of the Black Man Lab?
There's going to be some things that would be disqualifying, but most things will not. We're seeking to make sure that no matter what brother walks in the door, what their experiences have been, that they can be a part of this and what we're building. So it is going to be very inclusive, but there will be a policy specifically. In fact, there's one that we're working on that will spell out what those requirements are, but they're very basic, very basic.
Can we do things like maybe have outings, like a bowling night, Top Golf, or activities like a retreat, or those types of things?
So, as some of y'all know, brothers, we can hold the chairs right now. We can hold chairs. I am a link in this chain.
I am a link in this chain.
And it won't break here.
And it won't break here.
I am a link in this chain.
I am a link in this chain.
And it won't break here.
And it won't break here.
We are links in this chain.
We are links in this chain.
And it won't break here.
And it won't break here.
Ashe.
Ashe.